Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing and the continuing action of the Final Fantasy Fracas. Today we've got the conclusion to the regular season of Round 1. Kicking today off for Group 89, Numbskull is driving Gear Jammer and 80-gram Power Pipes. From the home team, Sandy Claus is at the helm of Red Sleigh, the only speed slayer in the tournament, weighing in at 44 grams. Representing FMCR, Squall Leonhardt is driving the 34-gram twin mill called Duo Grinder. And in the cleanup spot, Great Bear from Rust Belt Diecast is riding Hershey Cocoa Cruiser, a 35-gram bone shaker. I'd like to guess this is a fairly evenly matched group, but I'm pretty much wrong every single time. The outside lane of Sandy and Bear surprisingly pull ahead of Numbskull. Squall inside of Numbskull, but he can't make it stick. Numbskull challenges Great Bear and makes the pass in the final turn, and lap 1 goes to Sandy Claus. We seem to have lost Squall. Wait, there he is. He will slowly but surely limp across the line for 4th. Squall made a great attempt at passing Numbskull, but Numbskull is too good a driver to fall for that. And sure enough, Numbskull goes for and completes his own pass attempt on the north side of the square. But hey, everyone finishes lap 1. Squall and Numbskull up front for lap 2. That outside lane a tad faster again, and this time Numbskull takes the lead. Sandy gets in front of Squall as they enter Echo Base. Sandy slides and Squall wrecks. Ooh! Bear lands a hard hit on Sandy. Numbskull takes lap 2 by a mile on a Wait, Great Bear is somehow still rolling, and he will cross the line for 2nd. A little looseness by Sandy and Squall results in a pair of DNFs, and fortunately, Great Bear is able to shove Sandy Claus out of the way en route to a big 3 points. Numbskull assumes a 2-point lead over Great Bear, while Sandy Claus drops to 3rd. Great Bear will look to pass up Numbskull's total from the pole here on lap 3. Great Bear doesn't get any help from Sandy, and Squall Leonhardt is able to take the lead from the outside. Numbskull dives inside and takes the lead, going from worst to first in 3 turns. Bear gets caught up on a slow Squall, and Numbskull will warp his way to another win, and Squall takes 2nd as Great Bear hits Sandy with a pit maneuver to steal 3rd. Numbskull exits turn 2 in 2nd, but he was on a mission to extend his lead, and that he does, clinching yet another spot in round 2 for the most successful team in the opening round. Sandy assumes the pole, and he's got to beat Great Bear by at least 2 positions to force a runoff. Wow, Sandy gets a massive push by Numbskull. I wonder if he knows that won't help him curry favor with the track owner. Sandy leads Numbskull through Echo Base and into the Savage Square. Numbskull takes a look on the outside, Sandy slides, and Numbskull pushes past for his 3rd victory today. And I think, yes, by coughing up the win, Sandy Claus just missed out on tying up Great Bear for 2nd, who will advance along with the 15-point scoring Numbskull. On to the final group of round 1 with the last of 24 entries from Funky Mother Chicken Racing. It's Bull Mall driving the Constable, a 35-gram La Fasta. Looking like he's had a bit of a rough time lately, the Easter Bunny joins us from Rust Belt Diecast in the aptly named One Ear, a 45-gram duck and roll. This car's twin made the wildcard list months ago, and I mistakenly had this car's picture up for a while. It's James from Scotland 18 in Black Bat, a 45-gram Batmobile. And closing out the introductions on 360 vehicles, it's the Dread Pirate Roberts representing Wesley's Wheels in I'm Not Left-Handed Either, a 53-gram Avant-Garde. You might be saying 360, but Jim, I haven't seen such and such car. And you'd be right, there were a couple entries that would not fit on the track and couldn't run. Bull Mall leads as the bunny spins and Roberts gets by. James and now Roberts spin out, and the Easter Bunny reclaims 2nd. Bill Maul takes a wild first lap, the Easter Bunny crosses second just ahead of Dread Pirate Roberts, and the lone bat out is James, who's hung up on the inside curb of turn 5. Lots of chaos in the middle section, and it sets up Roberts' overtake of the Easter Bunny, then his own near wreck, allowing the bunny to retake what he had lost. Team Chicken on top after 1. James and Bull now start up front, Roberts and Bunny in the back. James and the Dread Pirate pull ahead on the inside. Easter Bunny spins in the back, and Roberts wrecks in Echo Base. Bull gains on James. Ooh, and he takes himself out trying a fancy crossover move, and James of Scotland 18 will take the win. And the Easter Bunny stalls out in the final turn, and we've got a triple DNF. Roberts enters turn 3 awkwardly and rolls himself. James slides, allowing Bull Maul to catch him, first going high, then diving inside turn 6, skipping the curb and bouncing off James and off track. That will even things up a bit as James moves into a tie with Bull, but low scores across the board so far. It's lap 3 with Dread Pirate Roberts and James up front, Easter Bunny and Bull Maul in back. Roberts and Bunny pull ahead on the inside lane, and the group is single file again. Bunny spins, now Roberts spins and wrecks. Bunny and James smash into Roberts, and here comes Bull Maul, who flies past the field and is going to amazingly be the only driver to finish lap 3, driving from worst to first in basically an instant. The Easter Bunny must be a heck of a skater because he pulls off an epic 540 going through Echo Base. When he and James get into Roberts' wreck, it's a miracle Bunny was still rolling, but he lost so much speed that he parks it near the C-47, while the Tortoise flies by for the win. 1 lap to go, and Bull Maul will definitely be seeing round 2. The second spot is still up for grabs. The Easter Bunny gets the final pole position advantage, and he's got Bull behind him, so double that. We've got our most even start today, and Dread Pirate Roberts swings around turn 2 to take the lead. Bunny's wild and up on the wall, but everyone's still rolling. Roberts crashes into the Arlo hauler and coughs up what was a golden ticket to round 2. They come to the finish, and Bull Maul pulls off the win, while James and Bunny finish so close, we're going to have to look again. Way out front, the pirate loses control and epically wipes out, opening the door for Bunny and James. Bunny gets slow, allowing Bull to pass, and James crosses the line and nose ahead of Bunny to claim second, and that will enable James to hang on to second place. He will move on with Bull. Well, there it is, folks, all the top 2 finishers from round 1. If you think a name is missing, don't freak out. I keep a spreadsheet that's undoubtedly more accurate. I forgot to add Wolfie Wolfgang to the wildcarders a few videos back, but here's the complete lineup. Next video will be treated to a series of 4 epic head-to-head tournaments that will see only 4 of these drivers advance to the next round. Congratulations to Numbskull, Bill Maul, Great Bear, and James. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check it next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing round 1 action of the Final Fantasy Fracas.